This experiment gave us $500,000 in projected annual revenue uplift from one honest element on product page. That's not manipulation, that's useful information that are still not abusive, still not look like one left fake manipulation. You have seen it thousands of times, only 2 left in stock, only 1 remaining, and every time some part of your brain flinches, no matter how rational you think you are. Today I want to talk about why that happens, where it comes from, whether it actually works, and what my own 46-day experiment on a live Shopify product page revealed about it. Let's go back to 1975. A psychologist named Stephen Worchel ran a now famous experiment. He put people in a room and gave them cookies from a jar. Half the group got a jar with 10 cookies. The other half got a jar with just 2 cookies. Same cookies, same recipe, but the group with 2 cookies consistently rated them as more desirable, more valuable, and even tastier. They hadn't changed the product, they changed the perception of availability. A few years later, in 1984, Robert Cialdini formalized this into one of his 6 principles of influence in his book, Influence: The Psychology of Persuasion. He called it scarcity, the idea that people assign more value to things that are rare or becoming unavailable. The reason is deeply evolutionary. For most of human history, scarcity was real. If food was running low, you acted fast. The brain developed a bias. Limited means valuable. Act now. Fast forward to e-commerce, and marketers figured out they could simulate that feeling, and it became one of the most widely used and abused conversion tactics on the internet. Here is where I want to be honest with you, because a lot of what you see out there is just manipulation. You know the type, only 1 left in stock, on a product that has over 40,000 units in a warehouse. The number never changes, refresh the page tomorrow, still 1 left. The week after, still 1 left. Shoppers are smarter than we give them credit for. They notice, and once the trust is broken, it's very hard to get back. Beyond trust, you're also attracting the wrong buyer. Someone who purchased under fabricated pressure is more likely to return, more likely to feel buyer remorse, and far less likely to come back. You win the conversion and lose the customer. Bad trade. I keep those, let's say, great tactics inside my community, Extend E-commerce Club, where I share more advanced strategies with e-commerce owners and experts who want to go deeper. For this particular video, I want to show you what's fully honest scarcity looks like and what it's worth. I ran a 46-day A/B test from May 3 to June 18 on the product page. The idea was simple. Add a real-time inventory counter to the product page, not fake, not inflated. The actual remaining stock displayed clearly next to the Add to Cart button. Here is the critical detail. We only showed the counter when a product had fewer than 15 units remaining. If an SKU had more than 15 units in stock, the counter stayed completely hidden. No signal, no pressure. But the moment stock dropped below 15, the counter appeared like only 13 left in stock, only 3 left in stock. True, real, and honest. That threshold was a deliberate choice. It keeps the tactic ethical. You are not fabricating urgency. You are making visible something that is already true. Here is another important setup. As you can see, our test had 2 versions. Control, let's call it A. It's a standard experience across all pages, no inventory signal whatsoever. And the variant 1, or let's call it version B, a full funnel scarcity experience across 3 touch points. Homepage, the product grid was set to display only low stock products, those with fewer than 15 units remaining. So the moment a visitor landed to the homepage, they were directed to the products with low inventory count. So the scarcity was already in the framing. On the collection pages for the version B, low stock products were ranked higher in the listing. Other products remained visible, but items running low were pushed to the top, naturally drawing attention first. Product detail page, here we had a live stock counter appeared next to the Add to Cart button, again only when stock was under 15 units. This is important context. It wasn't just a single element change on one page. It was a coordinated scarcity signal across the entire shopping funnel, from the first page a visitor lands on to the moment they decide to buy. We split traffic 50-50. Over 46 days, we accumulated almost 70,000 add to carts events across both variants, a solid statistically meaningful sample. Our control version, or variant A, had 16.77% conversion rate. Our version B, or variant 1, had 17.75 conversion rate. So it's a plus 5.84% lift in conversion rate, a relative lift. Now, these conversion rate numbers might look huge at first glance, unbelievable. But let me be precise about what we are measuring here. This isn't the percentage of all visitors who bought. It's a percentage of shoppers who added something to their cart and then went to complete the purchase. So we are looking at cart to purchase conversion rate. That's actually where scarcity is most powerful, not in convincing someone to want a product, but in pushing someone who already wants it to stop hesitating and commit. Our RPV, revenue per visitor, the metric I care about most. So our control version A got $32.08 and version B got $33.87. That's $1.79 more revenue per visitor. AOV, average order value, version A had 191.32 cents and version B had $190.82. Essentially flat, down just 0.50 cents. So the entire lift came from more people completing the purchase, not from people spending more per order. The scarcity signal nudged hesitant shoppers over the line. It didn't change what they put in the cart. That's healthy signal. Total sales over 46 days. Version A had $1,109,000 and version B had $1,177,000. So our incremental revenue in 46 days is $68,000. Now let's talk about what that means at scale. So if you roll this out to 100% of traffic, the projected impact is $44K in additional revenue per month, $500,000 in incremental revenue per year. That's a big win for the company. From one test, fully honest, no manipulation, statistical confidence 98%. We are 98% confident this result is real, not random. That's a strong signal in A/B testing terms. A few takeaways I want to leave you with. 1. Real scarcity works differently than fake scarcity. Of course, with fake scarcity, we could achieve much better results. We didn't lie to the user. We made visible something that was already true. That's not manipulation, that's useful information. And shoppers responded to it meaningfully. Number 2, the threshold is everything. Showing a counter when you have 8 units left is honest. Showing it when you have 800 is not. The under 15 rule is what kept this ethical, and I genuinely believe it's part of why it worked. Customers felt informed, not pressured. Number 3, AOV staying flat is a good sign. The counter didn't push people toward cheaper products out of panic. They bought what they intended to buy. The scarcity signal just helped them to stop procrastinating. And number 4, what if your stock is always high? This is where a lot of store owners feel stuck. If you never drop below 15 units, this exact implementation won't fire often enough to move the needle. That's where the gray area strategies came into the place that are still not abusive, still not look like one left fake manipulation. They can create a genuine sense of limited availability. Scarcity as a principle is real, it's powerful, and it's been baked into human psychology for thousands of years. But the way you apply it matters enormously. It can lift your conversion rate and make more money from every visitor. If done deceptively, fake numbers, always one left in stock, it never changes, you will get a short-term bump and a long-term brand problem. If you want to go deeper, the gray hat strategies, advanced segmentation, how to implement this on your e-commerce store, join my Extend e-commerce club. And if this kind of SEO content is useful to you, subscribe, drop a comment, and tell me what experiment you want to see next. See you soon.